Good morning to everyone here. Thank you very much for both MECs and the acting mayor for Thubelihle. I'll start with the MEC for the Culture, Sport and Recreation, MEC Shongwe, and then I have MEC Ntshalintshali, MEC for Social Development. Thank you very much for allowing me to ask you a few questions. And I'll start, and whoever feels like answering the question, if we can do that. MEC, the biggest question that I'd like to know is, what is the purpose of this? I know what the purpose of a library is, but in general, we're moving away from books to digital and those type of things. But I see this beautiful books here, and this is an excellent example of how a library should actually look. What is the purpose of this particular library, who's it going to serve?
Thank you very much. The purpose of this library is to bring services closer to the people, especially our previously disadvantaged communities, previously disadvantaged children, that they must benefit like the ones that are in towns. We're bringing this library, which is an art here in this location, so that the children who are from poor communities can get the services like your Wi-Fi, like e-learning. We have study group centers here. We have computers, so we want them to start at an early age, to know what a library is and what type of services they can get. So it's bringing that closer to them, so that they don't travel to town to get information. We want them to do assignments, we want them to do research, we want them to equip themselves and prepare themselves for university classes.
I've seen beautiful spaces for study on the other side. So you've made provision for them to actually sit here and do work here, not take the book and go home. It's to do work here as well.
Yeah, we even provided areas where they can do group studies, group discussions, where they can do individual studying. I think capacity is about 78 of them that can sit down and do individual study. But
that's a lot of people.
Yes, but they can also do group studies as well, because we've got small rooms where a group of 4 or 6 can come together for discussions.
Just a quick one. You mentioned Wi-Fi at one stage. Are we offering people free access to the internet?
Yes.
On their phones, or is it mostly inside in the facility?
Yeah, it's inside, but also if they want to sit outside, they can get the code, and as long as they are around the facility. But it's free of charge, because we are empowering them. Remember that many parents are not working. There's high rate of unemployment, so people don't have money to buy data. But if they come here, they're going to get that service free of charge.
MEC, there's a number of these libraries. How many is there already? Number what is this one? Because this is most probably the beautiful, best looking library that I've seen.
We have one plan, or all of them, they look the same, and this is 117.
That's quite nice. But MEC Ntshalintshali, you were mentioned every once in a while, and I listened to the speech as well when you gave a little earlier. Something started with you before the switching of the MEC. What was your role to play?
Let me appreciate the opportunity and greetings to the MEC and the entire leadership, the district mayor and the local acting. This started way back. I was not even in provincial government. It started when I was still a councillor in Thubelihle, when I was still the MMC for development planning. When we came here for mayoralism, one of the key things communities said they need. They said They don't have a library here, they must travel. They don't have other facilities that are closer to communities. Therefore, they must cross that provincial road. So part of the priorities that is by then when I was in the municipality, I think 2007, 2008, we put the plan in action because those are your needs directly from the community. But as we get them as a municipality, every provincial government, every national department, their plan, all the needs that they must deliver, they derive it from the IDP of a municipality. So part of what Culture, Sports and Recreation has picked up is the issue of the library, which is what we're encouraging our people to say, don't go there, blockade the road, bend tires. Go to a formal public participation process. Say, community of Hanala, Thubelihle, Grill, we need a library. And that need will be planned, prioritized, budgeted for and implemented. So that's where we are now. Now I've moved out of the space of the municipality, I've joined provincial government. But because there's these things that we call intergovernmental relations, our ordinary citizens, government is government. Whether it's local, whether it's provincial, whether it's national. They don't know whose mandate is local, whose mandate is provincial. Hence, you've seen all four of us here. We are an integrated part to improve services to our communities. Then the Department of Culture Sport came in to say this is part of our plan. Because every election, you'll have a 5-year plan of that government and the task and projects, and some are short-term, some are long-term. So part of what they've done, Mam Thandi was an MEC before I came in. They started, as I come in, we're continuing. And there were glitches there and there, and we had to come in, intervene, call in municipality, call in other stakeholders that are key. And today where we are, I'm delighted to say she has invited me to say, come and observe, come and see what we've started planting years. Now it has come to fruition. Because it shows even the other people that as government we're one. Intergovernmental relation is key. This service, as we give it, it was a need raised in a formal meeting, recorded and prioritized, and money was set aside. And hence today we're saying this is the service delivered. As provincial government, we're here, we're handing it over to the local municipality. And one of the key things that we're saying to them, keep an eye on the service. Honestly, it's beautiful. I'm loving the side of the foundation phase, that side. Beautiful. Because where we come from, we did not have libraries that caters this. Now you've got kids from various ages as their foundation, you're senior, they can do it. Other members of the community who want to use the facility, they can. You've got the mini lib, it deals with your people with disability, visually impaired or whatever. They can come here. Documents, there's that machine, they put a document and it reads to them. Because they did not have these services. You'll receive a post from home or your bank statement. Because you cannot see it, somebody will tell you a lie. But if you come to the library, you put it, it tells you exactly what's that letter saying. So it covers all sectors of our community. Hence we're saying, what we're seeing, it's beautiful. And we've planned, and the Mam Thandi was there before I was there, and she's back there to say, even the other libraries that did not have the mini libs, we must upgrade them because in every community, you've got special people that need special attention. And that it's what is going to make me sleep tonight to come down. But key to that,
Yeah.
community must keep an eye. Guard these facilities with their life, because
I wanted to ask you about that because it was said also in the opening statements that we must look after. It is strange that when people protest the library, you know, when they protest against education, the library is the first that goes. But that's the key to education, is in the library. But MECs, both you, before we end off, I wanted to ask about the visual impaired. You've already spoken a little bit to that, and the reason I want to do about the visual impaired is it is something that is not everywhere.
yes.
And that is most probably one of the best things that I've seen here as well. And you said something about the letter being read. So what will happen is if I come and I can't see, can I bring a letter here and the computer will transfer that?
There's that machine, what is it called? The one that reads.
Document reader.
A document
Yeah.
reader, yes. The demonstration was also done when I was in Nkomazi, because there was a team that represented us as Mpumalanga, as a country, in other countries, because these services that we were providing, some were saying, we were not aware. And there you'd have a committee of these communities who went blind. Some of them are principal, some of them were nurses before, but as they age, they are blind.
Yeah.
Now they cannot read for themselves. But as they come to the library, they put the documents, then it reads. It reads that document, and they start teaching themselves, going through the braille and so it brings back their life that has been taken.
I think that is most probably the nicest thing that I hear, because we have to look after our children, but we forget about the old people. And I want to congratulate you, if I may, on that particular function. I think it's most probably the nicest thing that I've heard. And on that note, if I may say thank you very much to both the MECs and the leadership that is here as well. Thank you very much and thank you for the time to speak to us at the Bulletin. Go onto my Facebook and have a look, and you will see yourselves there very soon.
And your Facebook is?
The Bulletin. The Bulletin essay.
Oh, I know. Now I'm connecting with the face.
It's a difficult one, that one sometimes.
Yeah.
But thank you very much. And thank you for the time, and I appreciate it really, and keep up the good work. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and let's take the opportunity to thank the local municipality as well as the district mayor here for coming to grace this beautiful occasion where we hand over a library officially to them. So we'll come again just to check on the library. So we want to find it in a good condition. So it's up to them now, because they are closer, to make sure that they are here, as indicated by Ntshalintshali, looking after the library and making sure that it is safe and it is in good condition. That's what we want to stress.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Siyabonga.